Thank you, Sam. He is amazing. Thank you. I have always been very passionate about playing the drums. In middle school, I did percussion, and in 8th grade, my parents bought me a drum set. Going into high school, a big moment for me as a drummer was when I auditioned for Howell High School Drumline. I auditioned for snare drum, but I put that I would be okay with any instrument. So I auditioned and I was placed on cymbals, which I was really excited for. Through my freshman year, I learned a lot on our drumline. I learned what it's like performing in the context of a drumline, and that first year is where I really found my love for drumline as a whole. However, I wanted more, so going into my sophomore year, I talked to my parents and I started marching snare drum lessons. When time came for my sophomore year auditions, I auditioned for the snare line and I got placed on 3rd snare out of 5 snares, which I was really excited for. Through my sophomore season, I kept my momentum, I kept practicing, and my passion only grew. I attended a drum camp over the summer too, and that was also really beneficial to me. Every week when we had our drumline rehearsals, I would be thinking to myself all day, what can I do today to improve the most? What do I need as an individual to become the best drummer I can? And that was really beneficial to me as well. My band director and my drumline instructor took note of my passion, and when I applied for drumline section leader and snare squad leader for my junior year, I got both of those positions, which I was thrilled about. However, in my junior year, while my role within our drumline changed, my mindset really didn't change. I kept going to rehearsal thinking, what can I do to be the best drummer I can? How can I improve as an individual? At the end of my junior year, I sort of felt like we could have done a lot better. I never really thought of the responsibilities that came with being drumline section leader. I sort of just viewed it as, I'm a great player and here's my title to prove it. I felt like at the end of the season, I could have given more guidance, and it was a great season, but I knew our potential and I knew we could have done a lot better. What confused me was our former drumline section leader, Jillian Schultz, was not passionate about drumming in the way I was, but she was still such an amazing section leader. But I sat down and I thought about it, and the things that I felt made her an amazing section leader, creating an individual connection with every player, bringing enthusiasm to every rehearsal, and just caring for everyone, none of those were related to drumming. What I found was being a good drummer, that never meant I was going to be a good leader. Being a good leader was a completely separate skill. Now, let's take a step back from all of this and look at marching percussion on a fundamental level and what makes it difficult. The drum creates a very articulate and thin sound, and the goal is to sound like it's one drum amongst all the people playing. So when everyone's playing, it takes a lot of focus and precision to sound all in time. This is what it maybe sounds like with 2 hands. Like this is what it might sound like if there were 2 people playing perfectly in time with each other. And this is what it might sound like if they were even just a little bit off. It is a very clear difference. What that means is you could have a snare line of 10 players and 9 of them could be playing perfectly in time with each other, but if even one of them is not in time, maybe not listening, and sticking out of the sound, it's gonna bring the whole group down. A drum line really is only as good as its worst player. So when I was focused on becoming as good as I can as an individual, it wasn't really bringing the group up at all. Going into my senior year, I let go of this individual mindset. I went to every rehearsal thinking, what can I do to help the group? What do we need to improve? And it really helped everyone. At the end of the year, we had a better community, and at least in my 4 years, we were performing at a higher level than I had seen, which was amazing. What I learned was being a good drummer does not mean being a good leader. Leadership is its own skill, and what it means is letting go of an individual mindset and viewing the group as a whole and thinking for the group as opposed to yourself. Thank you.